Hey guys. Hello, hello. Everybody welcome my special guest, Sandra. Good morning,
Good morning. How are you today?
Excellent.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
I may have some back feed. Let's see. Porter, let me know how that sounds. I got to double check I don't have back feed. Good morning, friends.
Can I share this now?
Yes, you can definitely share it. For sure. Good morning, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome. Hey, Joanna. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Debbie. Hello, Ray. What's happening, everybody? Hello. All right. So make sure you comment summer below. At the end of the webinar, we are going to be sending you something new and special. We're super excited. So the Olympics, oh my goodness, they had to skip the Olympics last year. Well, reschedule, I guess you could say. So they are happening this summer. They start on Friday. And because it's so fun, anyway, we have awesome Olympic questions for you. So you do have to click on or comment #summer and click on get the goodies. And at the end of the webinar, we will be sending you those. We also have a really fun, we're calling it Becoming a Social Media Olympian. We have a really fun challenge that you're going to love. It's just going to be a 14-day challenge. You'll be working with me and Porter on. Oh my gosh, we're seriously going to have so much fun. We have so many fun things to talk about. We're going to be talking about leadership and team building today. Sidrid is a brilliant team leader. Oh my goodness. Yes, you are.
You exaggerate way too much.
Brilliant means you work your butt off, and you definitely know you work your butt off. Okay, what's your necklace called you got on? Wow, that's got something. Was that Natalie's?
Yes, Natalie.
Yes. Ooh.
Yes, I'm part of her success line.
Yes,
so I love this necklace. I was very thankful.
Let me see what I'm doing wrong here.
I'm very glad I got a chance to actually get it.
Hang on a hot second. Okay, let me double check some technology things. So when you hop on, make sure you share this and comment revolution. Everybody say hi to Miss Sidrid.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
Let me fix my speakers here. There we go. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
That was my system, not you. Hello, y'all. So far, so good. Awesome. Share this out, comment revolution. We will be giving away a year's worth of images. You guys, we're going to talk about the most fun class today. Okay. All right. So give me an idea where you're at in your team building journey. So you're going to comment with 2 numbers. The first number will be how many you've personally sponsored. The The second number will be how big your team is in general. Okay. 2 numbers. First one, how many personal recruits you have. Second number, how big your team is. So Sidrid, tell us the good news. How big's your team? Tell us a little bit about you, lady.
Okay, well, I've been with Paparazzi for 4 years and super, super in love with my business and what I do. Do you want my numbers as well?
Yeah, I do. Like,
okay.
Girl.
So I sponsored about, I'm going to say anywhere. Okay. If I need to be accurate, I need to look at the numbers, but
that's okay. You can give us a rough estimate.
I think I'm in my 90s, around 90, 95 people. I've sponsored around there, somewhere around my 90s. And then my team is around 400 and I would say 20, 30, around there, 420 or 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Really awesome.
That's incredible. Tell us your team leader level.
I am an executive producer with Paparazzi. I'm actually an elite. I became elite during the pandemic.
I love that. So, I love that. And then, so in case you didn't know, Paparazzi, they recognize people at their sales level and at their team leadership level. And tell them a little bit about your sales level. It's called a LOP, or life of the party level. What's your LOP level of?
So my LOP level this year that we just did is silver, but my focus this coming year is actually going to be diamond. I had an unfortunate situation where I had surgery on my vocal cords, so I was out of commission for a while. My poor husband tried to do lives for me.
He was awesome. We love watching him.
But that was not so great, you know. But this year I am just going full force, and I'm literally on track right now. So I'm excited. Diamond will definitely take place. I'm going on a huge leap, right, from silver to diamond, but I know I can do it. I believe in this company. I believe in myself, and I'm just excited about it. Yeah.
You're there for sure. I love it. I love it. Okay. So just to give you just a little bit of history about Sidrid and I's relationship, I guess you could say, and her relationship with my whole company in general. Sidrid started with our first class called Social Media 101. If you've taken Social Media 101, say hi, tell us what you've liked about it. And we had some fun working with her on her social media game. Now, some of Sidrid's strengths are, one, she works hard, okay? Like, she's a no excuse girl. She works hard and she's consistent. And so we just tweaked a couple of her systems because she was working hard and working smart. So tell us a little bit about how Social Media 101, how did that change things up for you? What did that do for your algorithms and ultimately your sales?
So for me, I am not very computer savvy, and it narrows down to, Facebook, but you don't, right? Like, know what to do in Facebook, but when it comes to a business and how to get people onto your Facebook page, or even, to communicate, I was just going and posting stuff and trying to figure it out. So the social media class was a huge eye-opener for me, and I loved it. And I say this to you all the time, and I will, I promise. I say I need to go take it again. Number one, fun. But secondly, it taught me what I'm supposed to be asking, on Facebook, how I'm supposed to be asking it. The questions is the big aha for me, right? Because I was just going and posting pictures and posting stuff from Google or Pinterest and all that stuff. I wasn't even thinking about making things authentic, like a picture of myself with a quote on it, or I wasn't thinking none of that. I didn't know any of that. So in the social media and how to engage with people, to me personally, that was a huge eye-opener. It was one of my favorite classes besides the leadership one. It was one of my favorite classes. I recommend it to everyone. Like, people that are trying to figure out how to build their business on Facebook, I always tell them, are you engaging? And they're like, what does that mean? Okay, then you need to pause. Because I understand it. I understand that if people don't know what that means or how to do it, it's about how to do this. How do you get people onto your life? because, you know, you start with your personal profile and then of course
Right.
you go into your business page. And so for me, I love the social media and engagement class. I tell you that all the time. And I always say I'm going to come back. It's helped me grow my business because I have people now that actually comment, you know, like when I
Right.
put something on Facebook, I have had people in the past that I was like crickets, like nobody says nothing, nobody comments. And people comment on my post, but even more importantly, people comment on my lives. And
Right.
so, and we have an engagement. I had somebody yesterday that said to me, how do you get these people to constantly be talking to you on your lives? And I'm like, you engage with them. I don't even know it's just wonderful. I love that.
It's questions, right? It's the key is questions.
Yes,
Good
absolutely.
Questions.
So that's one of the classes, if not all, but that's one of my main ones. I always tell people you've got to take that class. It's awesome.
It is. It's so much fun. And we have a 14-day, it's called Social Media Olympian Challenge that we're going to be announcing today. We've never done before. We're so excited. So it was something super exciting for you guys today. But what's fun about that is then she realized she could get engagement on her business page, because a lot of people go like, business pages are useless. It's too hard. So how did that help you build your business page and really transition your business to your business page and not just use your personal profile, Sidrid?
So I had to do a couple things that I was taught from one of your classes, and I'm going to say something that might strike somebody not the right way. So okay. I apologize if I am saying something that you don't go by, but this is what I had to do to grow my business. So that's why I share it, and I share this with my entire team. And I'm going to tell you, I was talking again to someone last night, and I shared with this individual, you need to work your business, you know, on your business page. Because I saw, you know, where her strengths were, and I saw she had the people on her business page. She just wasn't, you know, doing what she needed to do. Actually, I just tagged her in here.
Awesome.
But for me, it was, you know, one of the things I needed to let go of. And again, I apologize if this bothers someone. It's not my intentions, but I had to let go of my group VIP. Right? Because I was working on my group VIP, but I realized that because I was putting so much effort there, I wasn't putting the effort on my business page. And so I was just focusing on dropping pictures and dropping this and sending messages and whatever it was on the group VIP. So that was my doing. And so because I was doing that through these classes, I realized I got to work a business page. If people want to take me serious, I got to make this business page work, you know, and believe it or not, people truly see a business page as a business. Like they really look at it and say, she's doing a business. For me, when I was doing my group, it was like a community. There's nothing wrong with that, but it was more of a let's hang out kind of community thing, right? So I don't think people were taking me 100% serious. They thought it was a hangout place, you know, which I get, it's fun, but I needed people to see me as a business owner, you know? And so I transitioned that through the classes, and that was difficult. But what I also noticed is in doing engagements in my personal profile, because people ask me this, well, why do you do it there? I mean, you're trying to build your business. And so I share with them that it's through building the relationships that I have the friends where I have the friends the most, right? In that personal profile, I've got 3.7K people, you know, in my business, I don't have 3.7K yet. Now, when I do that, that would be different, right? But that's what I'm working on. And so I share my lives to my personal profile. And so when I do it on my business page and I share my lives, it kind of brings those people into my business page. And so I've seen a lot of people, sometimes I'll post, you know, a couple of pictures, like a wall drop or new releases, and I'll share that to my personal profile. But when they click on it, it's going to my business page. And so I don't know about anybody else, but I don't have time to be working with 20 million different places. I want to focus here and I want to build that. Right. So my personal profile has gotten a lot more people into my business than anything else that I've worked. Right. So and I've seen that. I've had my business page for, I'm going to say maybe 2-3 years, but I didn't start working it until we started working together. Right. So,
and that's the thing. We teach you how to bring those two together, right? Your profile,
absolutely.
maximize your profile and get them over to your business page.
Yeah,
and
because you're not going to be able to figure that out on your own. Like I don't. I'm just so real with that. Yeah, I'm like the type of person. I'm like, what? How does this go with that? Like, just tell me, And so by going to these classes, I learned, okay, that's what you got to do. Well, dear Lord, I didn't know that because we don't know Facebook. We know it, but we don't, right? So these classes have really helped me to move those over and really get the interaction. So now the fun part, Michelle, that I haven't shared with you is people are actually commenting on my business page, right? And so I'm like, yes.
Yep, that's the whole goal.
So I'm like, okay, this is working. It takes time. I need to emphasize on that, right? It takes time because a lot of people think it's going to go like this. It doesn't go like that, y'all.
No.
It takes time. I've been working on it for, I don't know how many months now.
Yeah, we've been working together somewhere between 9 months and a year, I think now.
Yeah, so for me, it's like, it takes time, but it works. It just, you have to have the patience. And I think some of us just don't sometimes, but you've got to work that. And trust me, I love it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait till I get those numbers even more up,
Right.
So, yeah.
So Talina asked, when you click on picture, how does it take to your business page? What you're doing, Talina, is you're posting the images that you're selling on your business page. You make one post, you share the whole post over to your personal profile. When they click on individual images, it immediately takes them over to your business page because the photos were posted on your business page. So it works really, really smart. Really smart.
And you know what? I'm so glad you said that because in the past, here goes the not knowing. In the past, I used to literally share them on the business page and then I would go and post them again on the personal profile. And I was working twice. I'm going, what? Why are they not going to my business page? Through your class, I was taught, girl, don't do that. Just put it in your business page, share that, and that will bring them to your business. And I was like, oh, enchiladas. I didn't realize.
Yep,
So
exactly.
I realized that I was working twice as opposed to just post it one place and share it, and it brings them over. It was awesome. For me, it was like, thank you, Jesus.
Light bulb moment. Bing. Yeah. Yes. Super smart. Super easy. Okay. So here's the thing. The reason why we're talking about this first, and yet we're going to be talking about team building and sponsoring, is that these are essentials to understanding how to build a business. And we're going to tell you how you teach your team to do the same thing. So that's what Sidrid has done. She's first learned these basics of Facebook and then how to be a question queen. She literally will have people message her and go, where's your question today? Like, I feel like I'm missing, like you haven't asked me the question of the day. And so we're very, very big on making sure that your posts, one of the things we use a lot are national days. Yesterday was National Fortune Cookie Day. And so I put, hey guys, it's National Fortune Cookie Day. I'm curious, what is your favorite Chinese food? Now I could have asked what's your most unique fortune, those kind of things, but it takes too long to think about it. And so, or I could have done, I don't know if y'all do this, you read your fortune at the end, you put in the bathtub or in bed. I thought about doing it. Which do you put on the end of your fortune? But I knew people knew their favorite Chinese food. And so, or they just ate it. That's okay. You might really dislike Chinese food. All right, whatever. But I said, it's National Fortune Cookie Day. What's your favorite Chinese dish? And I got lots of comments from it. Okay. So we use those kind of things. But then I had another post, actually, I think it was yesterday too. So we took a walk and I just recently moved. And so in our new neighborhood, we had this giant hydrangea. I'm serious. It's like as big as my head. And so I took this picture of my daughter holding it next to her head, so you could tell the size. Because you know how you take a picture of something, but if you don't have something to compare it to, it's kind of hard to tell the size. Absolutely. So I thought it was kind of funny. So I said, hey, what kind of flowers grow in your area? And it was really, really, and some were just sweet and had cute comments to say about Miss Lexi and the flowers. But others told me about the flowers that grow in their area, which was really fun. So you got to learn when you post things about yourself, you want it always to be, here's a little bit about me. Now tell me about you. Here's a little bit about me. Now tell me about you. You want to have that constant. It's social media, you guys. It's supposed to go back and forth. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest concepts I shared with my team. That was like an aha moment for them. Like I said to them, Facebook, why was Facebook created? Like I literally asked them in one of our classes, why was Facebook created? Who knows why was Facebook created? And they shared, why it was created. It was, college students. They wanted to get together. They wanted to keep in touch. They were graduating, it's about building relationships, staying connected, right? So if you're posting something, but it's not connecting with anybody, Facebook is not showing any of that to no one, And what we need to understand that you taught me was Facebook chooses who's going to see what.
Yeah.
Right? So when I first heard that, I was like, what do you mean? How can Facebook, what do you mean? And so these classes really made me realize that this is how it works. I did not understand that. And so when I share that with my team, they're like, oh, okay, wait, what? And again, it's all the eye openers, all being educated. I always say we've got to educate ourselves with the things that we need to utilize every day. Facebook is one of them, right? Instagram's another. That's a different story. Don't get me into that.
I know, exactly. Yeah, totally get it. All right.
Michelle has a question, but Michelle Sweets has a question.
Yeah, and it's more of a policy with paparazzi. We're not going to address that. I'm going to let you go ahead and go to your team leader or to your corporate office and ask that. Technically, Sidra and I know the answer, but it's not our place.
Oh yeah,
I don't we're going to take on that responsibility.
No questions, please.
We'll keep this Facebook neutral. Okay, so y'all. Here's the thing. Your team members, you need to understand this. If you don't yet, you can take Social Media 101. Those of you that have teams, we want to share with you how we share this with teams. Okay. Now, just real quick reminder, because we've had a lot of people pop on since I've said this. Make sure you're commenting #summer and click on get the goodies. Okay. Super important. We're going to be sending out. It's so fun. We have a bunch of Olympic questions that you're going to have a super fun time asking over the next 2 weeks. Olympics start on Friday. We love the Olympics at our house. You may all not love it. It's okay. We can love different things. No big deal. But it's sure a fun topic to talk about. So we're going to be getting those out to you. So make sure #summer. And then y'all, there are people who need this. Share this to your profile. Share this into groups with other people in direct sales industry. Comment revolution when you do that. We're going to make sure your name goes into a drawing for a whole year's worth of fun images and questions to keep your algorithms high. Okay. So share that out. Let's get this up to 200. We give away one for every 100 on here. So you guys are so close. Let's get to 200. All right. Okay. So let me tell you just a little bit about the class that we offer. We have a class that's called Building Leaders. And so Ms. Sidrid and several other ladies join me in this awesome class. We meet once a week for 12 weeks, okay? And it is a blast, okay? And we work our booties off. And it's really, really fun. I give you tips on how to help your current leaders want to go to the next level. And I have some very, very careful, specific wording on that. And then the second group of people we work with are those who just want to take their business to the next level wherever they're at. Usually, they don't have a leadership position yet. They're trying to get their sales up to that 1,000, 2,000 a month. And so we work with these different groups of people, and I have some very, very specific wording that I give. Now, I'm just going to give you a couple quick tips. First of all, how many of you have team members that you've reached out to and you messaged and your question was, hey, do you have a minute to talk about your business? Or I'd love to see how you're feeling about your business, or let's talk about your business. And you got no response. I kind of call them MIA, missing in action. You reached out with a message, hey, I'd love to talk to you about your business. And you got MIA, missing in action, no response. Okay, comment MIA if you've had that happen. So I'm going to tell you what it is you could do differently to get more responses and to have less MIA situations. And I think you're going to be like, oh my gosh, you're going to be so excited that there's a very simple answer to fix this. A few of you will be like, oh, shoot. But I don't want you to go there. I just want you to be like, when you know better, you do better. Okay. So super, super, super important to understand why your team members aren't messaging you back. Okay. Really, 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 really important. So it's called an initial touch, and we're going to talk about that. And then I'm also going to tell you a little bit about why, when you do create a plan with your team members, why it's important to make it only a 1-week plan and to ask them their fear level. One of the reasons why people don't jump in and work with you is because they're scared, okay? Or they don't do the full assignment. Fear is a big thing that you have to understand that is happening with people. So really, really, really important to understand, okay? So initial touch, okay? So let me tell you what initial touch is. One of the problems is when you reach out to your team leaders and the first thing you ask them is, hey, let's talk about your business, or how is your business going? Here's the thing, okay? You know how their business is going, and they know that you know how their business is going, meaning that they're selling or they're not selling. And so when you say, well, how's your business going? First of all, it's kind of a stupid question. It's kind of like asking, your kids, why did you hit your sister? Well, she pissed me off and I had a bad moment. It's kind of a dumb question, right? Like, we know why. They just were human and had a bad moment and made a bad choice, right? Okay. So when you're like, how's your business going? And she knows that you know that it sucks. They don't want to talk to you. They avoid you like the plague, right? Okay. So I bet about a bunch of you are going, oh yeah, okay. Probably technically a silly question. But what do I ask instead? So one thing I will never do to you. I hate when people come to me and say, so-and-so said I should never do this. And I say, okay, well, what did they say to do instead? And they're like, they didn't. I never tell you don't do something without telling you what to do instead. That's just mean. And I don't choose to get you to do things or my programs based out of fear. That's not the way I'll do things. Okay. So let me tell you what you do instead. You reach out and you say, hey, Susie, you've been on my heart. I saw your pictures of your trip to the beach. How are you and your kid? Tell me about what the favorite part of the beach was for your girls. Okay. So they have 2 little daughters. So you want to focus on them and their family. Before you signed him or her up, a lot of the people you signed up, you were friends. You were family members. You were, not all of them. You'll get to the point, I'm sure, Sidrid, at 95 people that everybody you signed up, you weren't personal friends with at the time. But your first couple probably were, right? Your first couple probably were. So really, really important to understand that, right? But so a lot of you, though, I know your people are people you're already friends with. You need to go back and just be friendly. Don't ask about how their business is doing, okay? So an initial touch will get them to respond to you. Hey, Susie, saw you went to the beach. What was your kid's favorite part? Their name, something you know about them, and a question. That's it. People love to talk about themselves. They will reply. So Sidrid, you're very personable. How has this helped you to keep your people talking to you?
I think it's about so the best way I can say it is people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? And so if you are showing that you're caring and that you're just saying, hey, what's up? How's it going? Even just like I just did it this morning. It's so funny that you said that. I saw someone post something on the stories right? And I just commented on her. She actually was a consultant of mine of a very long time ago, and she hasn't been doing paparazzi for about 2 years or so. But I saw her post something, and I haven't seen her post anything in a while. So I commented on her post, and I asked a question on her. There it is. There it is. I asked a question on her post, right? And she came back this morning, responded my question, and I came back and I said, oh my gosh, that's so interesting. And I asked her another question. So now we're private messaging, because that's where the story is, right? We're private messaging back each other. Not once have I mentioned paparazzi. You know, because right now that's not what I'm wanting her, even though I'd love for her to come back. That's not what my point is. I want her to know, hey girl, I see you. You know, I see where you're at. I see what's happening. I see how you're doing. And so that's how my business has grown. And that's how I make sure that I stay in touch with people, because, and I can't do it every single day, obviously, right? Because I do have a business and a team, but I do it as much as possible. And I'm utilizing those stories to do that, right? Because you can go all the way to the end of the stories, right? And start talking to those people you normally don't speak with. But it's super important. And it's the same way with your team. I've got consultants that, you know, they're not doing much, or they haven't been doing stuff in a while. So I just want to make sure they're okay. Because when they're not doing something, right, it is probably not because they don't love the business, right? They joined for a reason. It could be they're struggling. It could be something's going on in the home. It could be that, you know, they don't know what to do. They don't know what the next step. So my job as a human being, number one, is to make sure that they're okay, right? It's to make sure that hey, are you all right? Everything fine? Just want to make sure you know that I'm here. If you need anything, what's happening with you? What's going on with your world? That's it, you know? And as you develop that relationship and that communication, then later on you can go and say, you know, hey, what happened to, you know, paparazzi and you, or you're doing your business? Did you need extra help? You know, can I help you with that again? And so that's what I've experienced with taking those classes and hearing. The best way it's about verbalizing, right? I don't think we don't want to do it. I think we just don't know how to do it, right? We don't know what to say.
Exactly.
And so when you've got people such as yourselves, the question queens, and they make you, they give you the questions, you're like, what? Okay, I can do this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so cool because, you know, they just need to know you care. They really first need to know you care. And when you think about that, and all of y'all have seen this or heard about, you know, nobody wants to feel like that leader who just cared about the money, and they cared about, you know, how much you were affecting, how much they, you know, someone on their team was affecting their paycheck. Like, nobody wants to feel like that kind of person. And that's how you'll end up coming off if you don't first focus on their life before you ask how their business is going. Okay. So I'm just helping you understand that I bet some leaders, their hearts are really in the right place, but because the way they're wording things, they might be being misinterpreted just simply because their wording is off. And I don't want you to ever come off like that. Okay. So focus on them as a person first. It's called an initial touch. Everybody comment IT, initial touch. Say, I'm going to do my initial touch. Ask them about them as a person first. Okay. So now, so everybody comment IT that you swear you're going to start doing your ITs, your initial touches, okay? Now, when you get them to talk, now we've talked about their trip, we've talked about their kids, we've talked about what's going on with their husband, jobs, whatever it might be, okay? We've had this conversation. One of the things I like to do is ask, do you have a quick minute that we could talk a little bit about your business, okay? Always ask permission. Do you have a quick minute, or would you mind, you know, chatting a little bit about your business? That will do a lot. That helps them to trust you more. It shows respect that this is their own business. They're not your employee. It just goes a long way. Do you have a quick minute? We could talk a little bit about your business. Now, when I do that, there's these two things I like to ask. Why did you originally come into the business? When you ask them why they originally come into the business, it starts to get their excitement back up, because part of why they're frozen is out of fear. Okay. I can promise you that 98% of the time, probably. Okay. And then we ask, So why are you still here? Why are you still in the business? Has it changed? Is it similar? And what happens when you do that is it opens this conversation for getting excited. Okay. The goal is to get their excitement higher than their fear. And when you have that discussion about why they're here versus how to run their business, you know what most of you do with good intentions is they're like, oh, my business just sucks. I can't get any bookings. I can't get people on my lives. I can't. You go into, oh, this is how you get people on your lives. This is how you book parties. No. I promise you this. Stop and go. That is hard. It does suck when you don't have people on your lives. It is hard to get bookings. Let's step back for just a minute. I just want to double check that I know why you're here. Why did you start this business? Why are you here now? If you will slow down that conversation, a lot of times they will go, you know what? I remember you talking about this is how I book parties. I remember you talking about this is how I get more people on their lives. You trained them. You did. Okay? It feels like when they don't do what you told them to do, don't you feel like, Cedric, you're like, okay, they're stuck at being a trainer, or they just never heard what I said, or, we take it a little personal. Okay? I promise you, they will come back around and they'll be like, okay, I remember you saying this about going live. I really should start doing that. This is what I want. They will literally fix their own problems. You did train them, or you invited them to a leaders training. If maybe you only have a couple people, like, they're not technically lacking in certain information. We're going to tell you about how to train them with baby steps with social media. But I promise you, it is way more out of fear than it is lack of knowledge. Let me say that one more time. Mm-hmm. It's much more out of fear than lack of knowledge. What have you seen with that, Sidrid?
And first, if I may, I just want to say hi to my fearless and fabulous fashionistas, because they're here. My ladies are here. Woo! And so I just love them so much, and they know I do. But I'm going to tell you that I think that's something that I've had to develop. Like, I literally had to, when I started Paparazzi and when I started a team, I was very blessed. I was very blessed that I ranked up to what we call the premier producer in like 18 days. But that was because I came with experience of a different direct selling company that no longer was around. And so those people saw what I was doing. They wanted another direct selling company, and they joined my team. But when I first started, I was like, this is different. It's a different company. There's a different, policies, procedures, everything. And for me, I still had to figure it out, right? So I was caught up with me trying to figure it out before I can coach it and train it. So at first, I personally say I wasn't the best leader because I didn't know how I can train them and coach them. And as time went by, I learned. I made sure that I learned, and I always tell my team, whatever I learn, you're going to learn, because I'm going to share it, right? But they're not going to hear it if they don't hear that you care first, right? And so I've had to learn and teach myself, right? It's not just about teaching, coaching. It's about building relationships. And so now, and my team will tell you, they're the first ones that will tell you, now I chose to listen to what Sidrid says, even though she's been saying it all this time. And that could be because now we have that relationship where they feel comfortable and they know I'm not going to stray them somewhere that, is going to make them fail or fall, right? But I had to develop that. I had to learn that. And I still do it every time when we have a new person. Right. So I still develop it with even my success line, not just those that I personally sponsor. Right. I sometimes have relationships with my success line more than those that I have sponsored, because it's that relationship that you build, the comfort level. Right. And I feel that is super, super important, because when it's time for us to train, they've got to trust who the trainer is. Right. Yeah. They've got to trust who that person that is sharing the information, because when they trust you, then they're going to be like, I want to do what she says. When they don't trust you, they're going to be like, whatever. I've heard that before. It didn't work. That's the thing. It didn't work. It works if you work it, y'all. You know that. But I truly believe, I'm so thankful that I have learned. And I learned that, I'm going to say it, I really did. I learned that through the leadership class. Remember, we took that leadership mastermind class, and you were teaching us on how to communicate with and how to ask these questions. And I was like, what? I got to ask what? Oh, gosh. And so I literally had to call those consultants that were working. They're here. They hear me. I had to call them and say, hey, do you have a minute to chat about your business? And I had to ask them, why did you join Paparazzi? Is that still the same reason why you're doing it today? Yeah. And within building that relationship,
what's the most surprising thing you learned from those conversations? Like, you don't have to say anything too personal, but like, what was surprising? Either that they weren't there for the same reason, or they had more reasons. Like, when you ask them those questions, what did you learn? What did you get from it that you were like, wow, I wouldn't have known that had I not slowed down and asked?
I think,
give you a second to think about that.
I think that what I learned a lot of them was more of the fear that they had of not knowing.
Wow.
Yeah, like they not knowing where this business can really take them, and not understanding if it's real. Like, I talk the talk, but I walk the walk. Y'all know that.
Yes, you
see me on Facebook. I do my business. But because I'm doing it, right, doesn't mean that if someone else does it, it's going to react the same. And so I think that the fear of, but what if I don't get to where you're at? Or what if I don't get to the success I want to be at? But what if this doesn't work? Like, what next? And the fact that we build the relationship, and they know, if that doesn't work, we will figure another way out. We will figure another solution. We will figure another, live, or we will do another training, or I will call somebody, whatever it is. And so I think that fear of not knowing, and I also think I truly believe that I discovered a lot of people, and I'm just going to be real with everybody here because that's whom I am. A lot of people, they don't, I'm just going to say it, they don't have that relationship with their leaders, right? They don't have that commitment, and it's because, Paparazzi is still a baby company, right? We're 10 years, but other direct selling companies are 40, 50, 30 years. And so it's still learning. It's still, figuring things out. I came from one that was 40 years old, right? And so I kind of got that prior, but I think a lot of people are missing that connection. And when I did these conversations with my team, and again, I didn't do them with every single one of them. I know you're going to address that. But
no, we don't do it with all of them. Exactly.
I did. When I did it, I let them know, listen, if you really want this and you can trust me, we'll do it together. We will do it together. I'm not going to let you fall. I don't want you to fall, right? Because we're a team, we're a family, and so I think that's what I noticed the most. And I felt honored. Honestly, I felt honored to know that. I felt honored to hear them say those things, because it made me realize where I needed to be focusing on.
Cool. Okay, so that is with the people that are current leaders. Now, the next thing that we do is we did a challenge. Well, we put out there to her whole team. She put it in her group. She private messaged some people because not everybody in the group will see it. She had her leaders offer it. She said, look, ladies, I'm going to put together a group of people and gentlemen. We're going to put together a group of people who are ready to take your business to the next level. What you need to do is let me know you're interested. I have a 7-day activity that you have to accomplish to be qualified to be in this group. So a lot of you have probably done something similar to this. Or you're like, okay, if you want to take your business to the next level, say me, and I'm going to put you in this group, and we're going to do this thing together for the next X amount of days or weeks. Well, we make them qualify to be in it first, okay? And that's something that's a little bit different. But I think this was one of the most fun weeks of all the training that we did, the 12-week training we do for leadership. And it was this. we came up with, so if you've been following me and you're a Question Queen and Training follower, so I'd love to know if this is your first time being here, comment 1ST first. If you've been here before, comment QQ. But for those of you that are Question Queens in Training, you know questions make a big difference on your algorithms. So so whatever company you're with, we make sure you have 7 to 10 questions that you can give your team members, and every day, those people that said, I'm interested, they have to post it's an engagement question just on their personal profile. So we create things around whatever the season is. Okay. So at the time, it was really fun because it was February and we had all these chocolate and Valentine's questions. It was really fun. So now I would be doing back to school and summer questions with you. We're going to start, the next class starts August 12th. So we'll definitely do back to school and Labor Day and camping and going into fall. So we come up with these questions and you spoon feed them. I'm not kidding you. You absolutely spoon feed them. You're like, here is the question. And for example, we might do one that's kind of engaging qualifying that has to do with your product. So for example, there is, I can't remember if it was one of your gals or one of the other, but we asked the question, how many days a week do you wear jewelry? And she put, how often do you wear jewelry? And we're like, no, you have to use the exact wording we give you, because how many days a week do you wear jewelry versus how often you wear jewelry will get more comments because it's a one button response. So we're hardcore. We are, we do this different. Some people are like, well, just give them the information. If they do it themselves, then, they're serious. No, we're like, this is what you do. You don't modify it. You do exactly what I say at the time I tell you to do it. You respond to the comments. And what were the results? Because I swear it was the most fun. Everyone was so excited. What happened with your team, Sidrid, when we did this?
Oh my gosh, which time?
I know, she's now done it 3 times. She's getting more and more team members excited about doing it.
Yes. So we are I want to say class number 3 because I don't know, because it's a simple word to say class, right? But we've done it 3 times. The first time was during the same time that, I in February. And that was a shorter group. It was a shorter time frame. And I'm going to tell you, y'all. Okay, so it was super exciting. Number 1, I think the first time we had like 24 people that were like, yes, I'm on, we're doing this. And they went for a while. But part of the class, right? Part of these sessions is they have to do these steps every single week. And if they don't get it done, they're out, right? And they're out. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm hardcore. So it's like, sorry, I'm very nicely, but sorry, it had to be done this way and stuff like that. So long story short, that class literally ended, because this is the tricky part, right? They ended with a total of, I think, 4 out of 24, but out of those 4, 2 became directors. Okay.
Amazing.
So that was like, what? Then we did, and in addition to that,
so let me step you back just a hot second. When they did the questions, what was that first? What were the results? Those that did all 7 questions, what were their instant results within that first 7 days?
Oh, well, yeah, it was their instant results were getting conversations, was getting communication, was actually getting engagements. I mean, they were just blown away. They were like, what in the enchiladas is happening? They were just like shocked about that.
And all of them saw new people on their lives, right?
Yeah.
Literally all of them saw new people on their lives within 7 days. So what was the hope and the excitement level of your team, especially those participating in the challenge, when they saw that's literally all they had to do was post a question every day for 7 days? How was the excitement level in your group?
It was okay. So it was incredible because what happened is they also started sharing their results on our team group, and they were just like pouring it out. Like, look at this, look at that. And it was super awesome to see that. They were so excited. They couldn't wait till the class. Like, it started. They couldn't wait till, if this is right now for 7 questions, what else is there that that you're going to give us, right? And so that was super amazing to see. The energy level in my group has never been the same. It was like people are talking to each other. People are posting. I didn't have crickets, right? I had a couple, but I'm talking about like maybe a handful, right, of people that would post, put a graph post, would motivate, would even share if they did an event or did something. I didn't have anybody post any pictures of their nothing. After this, it was like people were posting graphs, people were motivating people. I have consultants and leaders now that actually go on my group and they do a training, or they do, hey guys, I want to get you excited about this and this, or I've done this, and that has made a heck of a difference with the entire group.
It's amazing. And so the first thing that I want to explain to you is this. In my personal opinion, a huge mistake that leaders make with good intentions, believe me, I understand your intentions are in the right place, is that you try to train people on too much stuff at once, okay? Super important to understand. Very first, just get them to increase the algorithms on their personal profile.
Yeah.
Personal profile by asking an engagement question every day for 7 days. So we're getting some questions about this. So understand the engagement question must be and must follow my question queen rules, which are, it cannot be yes, no question. It cannot be rhetorical. It must be a one-button response. You must reply back to every comment, even if it's just a GIF or emoji that just basically says, I saw you comment. It's better if you ask a question, but in that first week.
But that's the most important thing right there. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is crucial. Like, this is crucial to the engagement and to seeing people coming to your lives, right?
Yes.
I've told all of my 3 classes that I've had with my group, I've shared with them, if you're posting something, you must post a question with it, right?
Yes.
That's number 1. And number 2, on these engagement questions, when you're commenting, don't be commenting, oh, that's awesome. You just cut your conversation. You just cut the whole relationship aspect of it, right? Yep. You need to come and say, oh, that's fantastic. Tell me a little bit more about why do you blah, 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 whatever it is, right? You've got to keep that relationship going by asking another question on their comment, because that's what my team is doing now. And literally, we had people that were telling me they couldn't even get 2 or 3 comments, and now they're getting 70, 40.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. I was like, and I'm gonna tell you, because these are classes that I now am training my team. I go to their page, like I go to their personal profile, and I look at their comments and their questions. I have to make sure that if there's something, because one of my girls said, I'm not getting any responses. And I was like, let me check this out. So I went and I was like, the reason why she's not getting responses is because you ain't asking no question. You got to go back and ask a question. You're not getting the engagement because whomever commented, you're just saying, oh, that's really nice. That's not what I coached you, No. So those are the things that you've got to remember to build that. It's a continuation of asking that question or that responding to that comment.
Exactly. So the first 7 days, we have these 7 questions. In the training I wrote, it says they need to post a minimum of 6 of the 7 days. A lot of the gals in the class said, no, it's 7 days or you're out. You can choose which way you want to go. Because to me, I'm like, somebody might have that one day they went to the ER and kid broke their arm or whatever. But seriously, like, they give, we teach you to give them the questions. It literally takes 30 seconds to post the darn thing. Yeah. Even if they don't reply back to all the comments, that's okay. We just simply require that they post 1 question every day, preferably in the morning, and they see their algorithms skyrocket within 7 days. So that is the requirement. It's like, if you can't slow down and do that thing in 30 seconds, you're not going to do the rest of the training. And that's okay. That just tells us you're not ready. You're not going to waste your time and get discouraged. I'm not going to waste my time on you. And it's just a very polite, look, it's okay. This isn't the right time and place for you to do that. So then the group you end up with is the group that they're more serious about. Just so you know, you need to comment #summer. You'll get a message from Creative Success Systems. You have to click the button that says get the goodies, not comment here. That won't work. I'm sorry. It's not how the technology works. So click the button that says get the goodies because we really want you to have them. Okay. All right. Yes. So here's the thing, Alexis. You asked, should we post this on our question or personal profile or business page? What we're telling you is our instructions that we give these gals that are working with you as a team. Okay. We are suggesting they start on their personal profile because that's where they'll get the biggest results at the very beginning. And we're just trying to up their algorithms there. So when you do your live on your business page and share it, more people are more likely to see it. Okay. It's super, 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 super important to understand that. Doris is taking like these major notes. Okay. So
she's so cute.
So this spoon feeding, this but hardcore, look, do it or you're out. It's very effective because then we start teaching them how to ask questions about the product. For Sidrid, it was about bling, right? For some of you, it might be food, it might be clothing, it might be books, it might be, all sorts of different things. So we make sure you have a couple questions that are based around your product. We also teach them how to message. We help them get more people on their lives. We help them with their sales. And over these couple weeks, like she said, she has seen, how many directors have you now promoted in those 3 times you've done this training?
6. I think it's 6 of them.
That's amazing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Sorry, 5 of them. And right now, and I just started. Excuse me. I just started the 3rd class on what month are we in? July 1st.
Wow.
On July 1st. So they just started, and there is it started, I think, with I'm gonna say 12. And there's 10 of them that are going strong. They're actually right here. So, so they know. And here's the cool thing. I've had consultants who went to class 1 and went to class 2 because they were like, I want more. And I want to be consistent and I want accountability, and so they got the chance to go to class 2, I actually told them, some of them wanted to go to class 3 and I said, back it up, out you go, because I want you to practice what you're learning, right? I want you to make sure that you're consistently doing what you're learning and not that you're just learning over and over the same thing. Right. And so they kind of understood that, and we do, I've added, of course, things that I now share with them that are different from what, you taught us, because you taught a specific time frame, and my classes are 12 weeks long, right? With my group. So I've added different things. I've gotten the awesome opportunity to get speakers to come and talk with them. And so it makes it fun. But I got to tell you, Michelle, for me, I just am loving the camaraderie in that team right now. The building again of that team and the relationship that now they have created, it's priceless. Besides the knowledge and their business being in a different level. And so they trust that, right? We talked about that before. They trust now, okay, she shared all this. It's working. I'm doing it. I've got my business going. And then at the same time, we've got all these new friends that we are socializing and talking with and sharing with. And, some of my consultants, they had accountability partners, and they have kept their accountability partners the whole time. Nice. So even though they're not in a class anymore, they have now their own accountability partners that they are actually still making sure, keeping each other accountable to doing the bit. And it is an amazing thing that has just happened in my team. And I'm so thankful to you. I really am. I tell you all the time, I'm truly thankful to you because I don't know where I would have been, girl. I don't know. Yeah. And what's funny? Here's one thing, and I wish that they were here. I don't know if they, but a couple of them have even shared with me that I've changed. right?
Oh,
And I was like, what do
wow.
you mean? And they're like, you are just so much more excited, and you just are so more like, there's just something about you that has just completely changed. And it took me a while to think about that, and it is because I'm happy. I'm enjoying my team. I'm enjoying the relationships. I'm enjoying growing together, right? And so for me, I realized it after they told me that I've changed, because I'm loving it. I'm loving what's happening, And so I think that's important for people to know, because right now, if you're not feeling that, if you're like frustrated, right, about where your team is at, or the fact that you're not getting responses, or the fact that you don't know what's happening, or whatever it is, this has changed me to become not only a better leader, but they see that I'm loving more on that team, and that I'm loving what they're doing. And it's just, I'm telling you, it's been such an incredible opportunity. So I truly thank you. I really do, because it's helped all of us, and made me a better person.
Well, and you inspire me, so that I feel very blessed that I get to work with these leaders. It's just like this great, like, back and forth. It's amazing. So much fun. Couple quick questions here. So Sarah mentioned, most go on their personal page and share it to their business page. Sarah, this is a process, and I have lots and lots and lots of people I've worked with that can attest to, you want to learn how to use social media in a way that you're using your business page for your business, and you share it to your personal profile. So it's a process. I'm not just saying rip a Band-Aid off and tell your team members do it tomorrow. You want to learn the process of doing that and building those algorithms. So just
Can
know.
I add something to that?
Sure, go for it.
Because I understand where she's coming from, but I want you guys to hear something. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting, right? And so
Amen.
I just share that with you, because if you're not where you want to be and you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. So at some point, you've got to get out of that comfort level, and you need to get uncomfortable with you. You got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? So at some point, you got to make a decision, and either continue doing what you're doing now and hope and pray. Y'all better hope and pray, right? that you're gonna get to where you want. Or you need to literally look outside the box and say, what can I do now to literally change my business and see a result immediately? And so I say that because I'm going to tell you guys, you take that question and you post it on your personal profile, and you're responding to those comments, you will see immediate action. You will. There's no doubt. There's no way. My team tells you, my team's like in awe right now. I mean, I created a private message with the ones that are in class 3, and they're like, what the heaven? I can't believe this, And so you got to decide that, right? You got to decide if you're going to stay where you're at and hope and pray, or you're going to take a step out of that, a leap of faith, and say, all right, let me try this and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then go back. Right? But if it does, you might want to stay on that path, because I think that's what I need people to understand, that at some point, to grow this business, you got to get out of that comfort zone. You just got to. It is what it is. If you don't want to, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm just being real with everybody.
Love it. I love it. Yes, it is so true. But that's the thing, Sarah. That's why we have Social Media 101, because it is, Sidrad's a hard worker. Sidrad chooses to learn. And, she's expressed already. It's like, okay, but these things I didn't understand. I knew to use social media. I knew to go live. She used everything she knew how to use. And then she took Social Media 101 and went, oh, okay, here's some things I didn't know. It's not, there's no shame in it, right? Like,
no,
everybody learns something for the first time. Yeah.
And it's listen, there's things that I'm going to know, and I'm going to be like, cool, I know this. But, never in my wildest dreams did I even think that, if I do engagements, which obviously makes sense, but that's not how I was thinking, and I'm building relationships, because obviously that's what Facebook wants us to do. I wasn't thinking that. Okay. Then when I'm communicating with people through comments, and then I share my life to my personal, that's how I get people. I mean, if you knew that, kudos to you, because I was just like, what the heaven? I just got like, I was like a light bulb, but I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that's how you get people onto your business page. And of course there's other things, you know, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to try this, lady. And if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. But if you're right, I'm going to tell you you're right. Because I got no sense for my game. My New Yorker comes out, I'm going to be like, you lying, you know? But when you're right, you're right. And so I did not have a clue that that's how it works. I thought, just do your business and people will pop in or something, or tell people. Like, we think that if we post something on our personal profile, going live, come and join me, that everybody's going to see that. No. And I didn't know that. I thought all of my 3.7K people would see that. And I was like, what's going on here? Nobody's
Do they not love me? I know, we take it all personal.
Yeah.
And it's not,
and you take those things personal. You start wondering that maybe this is not good for me. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. This is why I'm very passionate. You know, I'm very passionate about what I've learned, and I share with my team because I want them to learn. I want them to move on, you know, and not be stuck in the same spot.
Yeah, exactly. And then Sheila just asked about if you created a group or group page for these people. No, most of my gals just simply made a group message and put the stuff there, but they would encourage those gals to go back to their regular team group and share the results, with the goal of getting people excited to do the next time they do the training. So it literally was feeding the group to get the next group excited who wanted to be the next leader. So
yeah,
I had a group message.
I had consultants, in one of their homeworks that they had to do for the week was they needed to find something that they wanted to develop stronger, right? Again, verbiage is super important. I could have told them, find the video that of your weakest areas, right? So now you just made them feel like crap, right? Because they're like, you know? But I changed the verbiage, and I said, again, learning this in the class, because I'm a New Yorker. We don't think that way. We're like, what's your problem, girl? What's your problem? Let's go fix it, right? So I actually said, guys, I need you to find a video, a YouTube video, right, from an elite, okay? And I want you to find that, and I want you to, something that you want to grow stronger, that you want to build stronger. And I want you to watch the video, and then I want you to come to the team group, My Fearless and Fabulous Fashionistas, and I want you to share what you learned from the video. I want you to tell them which video it was, and I want you to share. Why did I do that? Well, because, again, getting them outside their comfort zone, right? Building relationships. Other consultants see who they are. Other consultants see that they're part of this class, you know, and they're doing live. They're doing another live to a group. If they can do a live to their own team, they can do a live to people that they don't see, right? And so they were just like, some of them told me, oh, I was cursing at you on my mind, girl. And I was like, good, because that means I got you out of your comfort zone.
Right. Good.
I heard it from here, but it don't hurt me, because I know that you were going to do it anyway if you want to come back to this class, you know? Sure. And so those are the things that I gave them an opportunity to do.
Love it. So, Phyllis, we're talking about the group for your team. Those would be team members. We're not talking about like customers. So just so you know.
Oh, no.
All right. So let's talk about a couple different things. So remind me real quick, everybody put in the comments, how large is your team right now? Is it 3? Is it 10? Is it 100? Is it 500? How big is your team right now? So we can kind of tell you the right program for, you know, where you're at in your business. Okay. All right. So those of you who have never, ever, ever taken a program from us before, and as you've heard Sidra talk about, Social Media 101, we're going to pop that up here. Social Media 101 is the program you want to take. So, for example, Ms. Doris, you've talked about, you know, how you're feeling about your business and being a little discouraged and not knowing exactly the difference between a personal profile and business page, which is really common. But people ask us those questions all the time. That's what we're here for. Social Media 101 is going to help you understand that, okay? It's got 30 videos to help you better understand what Facebook wants you to do, so that then Facebook will show your content to more people. Okay. There is kind of like this agreement. Okay. Where Facebook is like, hey, you do this, we'll do that. It's just not like, and it's not so much what do you do, it's like, did you do the thing that made other people engage with you, comment, like, watch your video. Facebook measures all those things all the time. And so the more comments, the more engagement you get, the more Facebook will share it out. And we are the masters at getting more engagement. That's why they call me the question queen. I know the questions to ask to get your stuff seen by more people. Okay. So this is, if you've never taken this class before, this is where you start. Okay. So if you've never taken a class from me before, ever, not one paid class, I know you may have been on several webinars, but a paid class, I want you to comment never. If you've never, ever taken a paid class. And I can tell you, I know Sidra watched several webinars with me before she jumped in and bought Social Media 101. And I appreciate that it takes time for you to trust and go, okay, is that really going to be worth $147? Totally okay. I understand. And if you can't afford any training, you can go to the tab on our page that says videos. I'm sure there's hundreds of hours of videos there now. I don't know the exact number.
Yeah, but that doesn't, I'm going to be so honest. You know, I watched all the webinars that I could, right? Because I am one who wants to learn. Right. I am an elite with paparazzi, but I still want to learn from the best of the best, right? I still want to learn from people that are not in paparazzi, right? Because they've got ideas and tips. I still want to read a book, right? Because I want to be able to get knowledge and learn verbiage and all that. But it's the interaction within these classes, is the conversations, is the, hey, like for me, our fabulous Royana, checking my page. Like she was accountable. Let me go to your page right now. And I was like, oh, enchiladas. Ooh, girl. Hold on. Make sure I do it right. Because you know what that is. Like when you're about to have the queen, question queens, and you're going to the sessions and you have somebody says, let me look at your business page or your personal profile. Let me see if you're doing it right. I'm going, right? But guess what? That's what I needed. That's what I needed so that I know I'm doing it right. Because if not, I'm going to sit here. And again, I'm going to sit here day after day after day doing the same gosh darn thing, which, by the way, is called insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. It's called insanity, right? And so if I don't have someone keeping me accountable to make sure that I'm doing it right, that's the difference. That's the difference between that and a webinar. A webinar I can listen to and be like, oh, okay, I can do this. But that doesn't mean I know I'm doing it right. It doesn't know. I'm not able to say, how do I make it better? You know, one of the things I learned real quickly was in the question queens, I wasn't, in my comments, I wasn't putting emojis. And I was like, what the hell do I need an emoji for? And then she explained it to me. And I'm like, another aha moment. Like, what in the world? I need an emoji? Okay. So let me add emojis now, you know? And so these are things that you don't get in webinars because this is just information in and out, right? In these question queens, you get to ask questions. You get that interaction. You get that accountability. And that to me is priceless.
So you get 30 videos, then you come, you want to watch a good chunk of them, come to what's called Question Queen Sessions, 2 hours in a small group. And we're going to help you understand what you need to do different. We have a summer mastermind class going on right now. It was really interesting because I had them post certain questions last week. And some of them learned that, there's a couple things that they could tweak. Some had put in there, like, for example, there's one gal that said, did you know that paparazzi has multiple styles of earrings? Are you a post fish hook? I know there's hoops, a couple different styles. And I said, okay, look, we don't want to use the word paparazzi on there. We don't want it. That just right there made it sound salesy. But here's what you can do instead. And they were so coachable and so excited. And so we're going to help you tweak and tweak and tweak and tweak. It's really awesome. So Miss Emma has to say, I truly recommend Social Media 101 with Michelle Withers. I'm going to be transparent. I took Social Media 101 about 8 months ago. Now I'm doing a Social Media 101 for the second time. It's working. If you have to take it 3, 4, 5 more times, if I have to, I'll take it. Michelle is the queen. You're so cute, Miss Emma. And just like I love what you said just a few minutes ago, that you have some gals that have chosen to do the challenge with you multiple times, knowing that the habits aren't solidified yet. There's always something more they can learn. They love the accountability. And that's the thing. We love to work with you for a long time because we know, well, first of all, Facebook always comes up with something fun. In our paid group members, I posted a video this morning that there's now sound emojis. Have you seen these? The sound emojis are hysterical. So there's always something new.
There's always something new.
I know, there's always something new. And it's like, not only is it new, but it's like, how are we going to throw the question queen spin on it?
Yes.
And so, yes, we love to work with you for a long time. So it's so much fun. So thank you, Emma. We're so excited for you. Thank you,
just so you guys know also, even though I took I'm being real with y'all. I took the social media and the engagement and several other ones. And even though I took them and I'm able, because I reach out to Michelle or Ron, I'm like, am I able to share this with my team? Because obviously I don't want to take business away from her. I literally still tell my team, y'all need to go take Social Media 101. Like, just go take that so you can understand what it is that I'm telling you, because I don't train that. I'm just showing you what I've learned. You need to get into the depths of that. Like, you need to get into why this, why that, why here. I'm going to answer those questions. That's not my job. Okay. Y'all need to go to that. So I even tell them, and you've got, one of my girls, I was talking to her yesterday and she said, well, I'm Michelle Withers. You told me to, and I said, you are? She's like, she's taking one of my classes, and she said, that's why I was asking you if I can use this question instead of your question, because she gave me a question and I'm like, oh, well, you should have told me that. I would have said yes to that. Because when she asked, I said, no, you need to use this question so that you can, right? And so then yesterday she told me, but that's why I was asking, because I was doing Michelle's, so now and I said, you should have just told me that. I would have said yes to it.
Like, okay.
Whatever Michelle says, you do, okay? I felt so bad after that. I was like,
you're like,
I don't think she's here. Story. I don't know if she's still here, but I told her, I am so sorry that I didn't mean to go against Michelle, ever.
That's so cool. Well, and the other thing, as a leader, when you encourage your people to come take social media, I mean, the fact of the matter is you kind of become like the parent, and they're like, okay, you said that. And then somebody else, it's like when my kids go to church group and they're like, my leader had the best idea. And I'm like, I've only told you that 5 times, but whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like so aggravating, but sometimes you just need them to hear the same thing you've been saying from a different voice.
Yeah. And then I can say in my head, I told you that, but whatever.
I know, right? Okay, Miss Jackie Johnson. For those of you that cannot afford it, this is an investment in your business. That means you're going to get $100 back for every $1 you spend. Okay, guys. If you take this class and learn what to do to make your business, you'll increase your engagement, increase your team members, and therefore increase your income. This is an investment and it's tax deductible. What are you waiting for? Like Sigrid said, if you don't do anything differently, nothing will change. Jackie, mwah, love you, girl. Thank you.
I said that. That's so true, Jackie. Very true.
Amen. Okay, so just so you know, it's $147 or 3 payments of $57. Yes, and there is a payment program. Exactly, Miss Emma. Now, when you buy this today, the first 10 people that get Social Media 101, they're going to get our engagement camp, which is another $147 program for free. So you get to come for 5 hours and work with us on creating content for the months of August and September. Our July camp is tomorrow or Tuesday. You get to come either an evening or a morning time. It's so much fun, you guys. Okay, Social Media 101 will change what your business looks like on Facebook in all the good ways. Okay.
Can I share something real quickly?
Please.
Because I'm seeing a couple of comments, and a couple of comments are, well, I would love to, but I don't have the money or the funds or whatever it is. And I get that, guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, when I decided to do several of the classes that sessions that Michelle, I had to think about that, right? Like she said, I was like, oh, you know, I either spend money on buying some jewelry right now, or I spend on getting a little bit more educated so I know to double and triple that, right? And so what I mean, I'm not saying don't buy your products. That's not what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is figure it out. Like literally, this is what I had to do. And I had to talk to my husband about it, because my husband is a part of my business, right? And I had to tell him, for this class, it's this. And then when I decided to take another class, it's this, right? And so I literally had to discuss it with my husband. We talked about it. He's like, do it, because he's a do what you want kind of guy, right? However, I know that it needed to come from somewhere. So what did I do? I just did more lives. I just showed more jewelry, right? Because I have the jewelry. I made sure that I calculated it so that I was able to make sure I paid. And I know that somebody mentioned here, there's also a plan that you offer, and I'll let you say that. But you got to, if you want to grow your business, sometimes we have to sacrifice, and we have to put ourselves more out there, do more work, right? Or figure out a plan so that you can make sure that you get this opportunity. Because whether it's now, I'm not saying you have to do it now, but we're here, right? But somehow you have to sit and create that, because that's how it's going to be with a lot of things, right? Yeah. It's things that are popping up that we're not expecting, whether it's a flat tire, right? Or learning how to build your business. Those are investments that you need to do, and you got to plan it and figure it out. So that's my recommendation. I do jewelry. So I'm going to tell whoever is here that does jewelry, right? You need to figure out, how many jewelry pieces do I need to sell to get into this class, or whichever class you're taking? Because honestly, it's so worth it. Figure it out. Y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. Well,
and that's what's so cool. When you're in a regular job, right, and you go, I have a flat tire, you don't go to your boss and go, how could I earn an extra, $300 for a new set of tires? They look at you like, I don't have a way for you to earn an extra $300, and this isn't $300. It's only $147, or just 3 payments of $57. You want to pay for a $57 class, guys. There are ways to do it, okay? And that's what's so exciting. I want you to give yourself a raise every dang day, okay? Or the days you want to work.
Well, so 11 pieces today. I just calculated it. If you take 57 and you're dividing it by 5, okay? I'm just being real, y'all, because you're gonna put your entire. It's 11.4 pieces. Go sell 12 pieces today. We can do that, right? Then go sell 12 pieces tomorrow or next week or whatever. Just make it happen. Make it happen, right? We got to make it happen. We got to and not make excuses. Just make it happen.
Make it happen. I love it. I love it. Okay. So the next training I want to tell you about real quick is the one that Sidra and I focused on at the end here. And this is called Building a Team Mastermind. Okay. So this class is 12 weeks with me, and you get several programs in there. You get one that's called Create Empowerment. I'm like, what is that called? Create Empowerment. It's all about the wording. You get this other program called the Grit program. Every month is a different theme. The Grit program. What do you love about it?
I love that, and I still do it. By the way, I still do it. I love it because, again, it's about a focus. Like I did the whole month of January. It was goals, right? That was our theme for the month on my team. I even have them written down, and then I had everything from goals to believe to oh my gosh, Unstoppable, all these different monthly grids that we had, or that I created for the cover. And our biggest one, guys, was I am. Like, I literally took the I am, and I made it into an I am challenge, where my team had to take selfies every day for 30 days. They go in a raffle, right? And they would do they'd take a selfie, and on the selfie they would post, I am ... And what are you telling the world? I am powerful. I am strong. I am loved. I am spiritual. I am blessed. Whatever it is, every day. And they had to put it in our personal profile, in our business, and in the team. And everybody who did that went into a raffle, and I raffled off stuff at the end. It was amazing. That again, build the team to get excited and empowered and be part of something. And so we did the I am, and then the next month we did the Be challenge, which is us telling our customers, be ... strong, be loved, be loyal, be this. And some of my consultants had their customers do the same thing. And they put their customers in raffles, and it was incredible. It was incredible, again, what it did to the team, just from that idea that you get. I would have never done that. I'd have been like, what the hell is that? I'm just being real, because I'm not that creative, y'all. I'm not that creative. My team knows I always have a hard time being creative. But if you have someone who's blessed like that, and you're blessing me with it, well, hello, I'm so going to use it, right? And so that's what I love about these things. If you're not creative, or if you need a little bit more ideas, then this is how you get fed with these ideas, And so, yeah, I love that one.
So let me show you. Every month, this is kind of small. I'm trying to figure out how to make this bigger. We give you a different theme when you're in this.
Hide me.
Oh, well, that's...
If you hide me, that make it bigger.
Well, this will get bigger when I do this, I think, maybe. So these images here, nope, that's doing something different. What this does, come on. It's okay. So these images, you've got banners for your group. You've got 15 fun questions that really, really, really do help the algorithms in your team group. If you feel like your group is kind of dead, it really, really helps. Okay. Then there are challenges. There's 4 challenges that you can use. All 4 are like 1 week per challenge, or you take 1 challenge and use all week. There are PDFs for them to think about their goals. There's videos that I send that you can use, and it's amazing. So this comes with this team, this leadership program. So you get these monthly so that you can post them in your team, okay? You get to work with me every week. We're going to help you create the questions to give your team. We're going to help you with wording, and we're going to meet. And when you have different things come up with your team, now what do I say to this? Well, what about this situation? And we brainstorm, and it's so, 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 so much fun. So this will start August 12th. We'll go for 12 weeks. There are limited places, okay? Because we work together. Everybody gets a chance to talk, right? Sidra, during our mastermind class. They're on Thursday mornings, and it's so much fun. They are all recorded. It's an amazing program. So you'll really, 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 really love it. But every month you'll get a different grit theme. We do have a total of 12. You can buy the whole year's worth. Anyway, it's amazing to keep your engagement up. So that program is
with your team, right? And so again, being present, showing up for the team. And when you're doing these kind of things, they're seeing, even if you've never done it before, like I said, I had my team's cover every single month was my team's name. Nothing fancy, right? But this, now they are expecting, now they know, this is something that can truly help the team get involved, right? Become part. If you're ever wondering, my team, I hear this a lot. I hear this a lot. my team is not engaging. My team is not motivated. How do I get them motivated? Well, we know we can't get nobody motivated because that comes from within. But if you want to get your team inspired to do something, to be part of a team, these grits are amazing because you can put them into challenges, the questions, they become part of it, put them in a challenge, and they're now being part of a conversation that is for everyone. And I think that has, like, again, I cannot tell you anymore how excited I am that my team engages, is together, has gotten that building relationship. And this is just from us posting grits and comments and challenges. And I'm going, enchiladas, I could have done this 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But I didn't know Michelle then. So what can I tell you? But and it's helped me because I'm not creative that way. I didn't think about those things. And so I'm thankful that God blessed you with that mindset. Aww. And that we now are being able to connect. And so I just share that because it's so true. Stop wondering, what can you do to get your team inspired and getting going? Stop wondering and get part of this conversation here. Get part of this so that you can see the difference. I promise you, it's going to be like an eye-opener to you. You're going to be like, what?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is definitely a lot of fun, for sure. Okay. So jump in with the, make sure you get signed up for Social Media 101 or building a team. Okay. The last thing, and let us know if you need any of those links. Let me pop up Social Media 101 one more time. My friends, these will change your business. Really, really change your business. Okay. It is a game changer when you truly understand how social media works and truly understand the conversations that you need to have with your team. Okay. You will love it. So grab those. Alrighty. So first of all, I want to thank Sidrid, your wisdom, your tenacity, your love, your passion, your heart. It's amazing. You're so inspiring. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Everybody tell Miss Sidrid, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And also thank you to my team. I can't talk and type at the same time. So we got Porter and Miss Royanna on the other side answering the questions because I can't talk and type. But the last thing we want to share with you today is it's called Becoming a Social Media Olympian. It's a short challenge. It's 14 days. You go into a program where every day you're going to have some assignments to do. You get points for it. We're going to have gold, silver. Everyone can earn gold. So it's just not the top 3. So you can earn a gold, silver, or bronze award. And anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're working out all the details. It will start on Monday, but it's only $19. And we just really want to get a whole bunch of people in, especially people that either need a refresher or have never taken a course from us before. We know what our question queen skills do for people. Okay. And so if this is if you've never tried something with us before, we'd love for you to come hang out with us. Okay. It's going to be a really, really, really fun program. And our goal is just for you to really understand that you can grow your social media presence as big as you want. The sky is the limit. There's billions of people on social media.
Yeah,
right?
I want that.
Yeah. Oh, Sidrid, could you, are you only on your phone? Let me go grab your Facebook business page. I'm sorry. Let me grab that for you, Ahel. Yes. People are saying they want to follow you. Yes, they should follow you. Let me grab your business page link because I don't think you're on your computer. Are you?
I am on your computer.
Oh, you can put that in the chat too. Ruth, I've missed you. How you doing? Hi, Ruth. We are grabbing her.
Did you see our opportunity event yesterday?
It was so great. Oh my gosh.
That was so funny.
You were so inspiring.
Okay, here we go.
Love it. Oh, you got it? I got it too.
I think Did that work? I don't know if that worked.
I'll pop it in the comments too, because then it will also go on YouTube. All right, so please, so one thing I do ask, especially paparazzi consultants, please don't friend Sidrid, okay? She needs her friend request for her customers. You can follow her, and you can follow her on her business page. Please do not expect her to train you, to put you in her training programs. She needs to take care of those that are on her team. So she comes here to tell you why, where you can get help with me, especially if you don't happen to have a leader who maybe has a lot of knowledge behind, with regards to social media and stuff like that. So please respect her time, okay? Also, she is not paid or compensated in any way for being here. If somebody signs up, she gets no kickback from it or anything like that. She just is generous beyond words. She's so sweet. So it's also okay. All right. Love you, girl. Ruth, you're doing such a good job on Instagram. I see you really kicking it over there. You're doing a good job. So anyway, become a social media Olympian. We would love for you to hang out with us and take that. That's going to be for customers, past customers, people who have never taken it before. We hope that you come hang out with us because you're going to love it. It will be kind of hardcore. It'll be like, this is what you got to do. It'll be fun. Yes, I know.
I want to be part of that one.
All right. 14 days of like adding those friends.
Wait. When does it start?
Monday.
And how long is it for?
2 weeks, 14 days.
Enchiladas, I'm one of those weeks in convention.
That's okay.
Okay, cool.
You'll still be on social media. You can still do the challenge from there.
Yes.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yep, for sure.
I'm excited about that one. So for sure, sign me up.
Yeah, it'll be tons of fun. So do you love our little crowns? So my son come out with the little crowns. Look like you can't technically use like the Olympic rings. I don't think that I'm kind of small cookies. Not sure they'd ever come after me, but
they look great. I can see them right there.
Isn't that cute?
And you get the colors.
It was all Porter's idea. Very clever. So much fun.
This is a big thing I tell my husband and I tell the team is building an empire, right? It takes an empire, right? To get to where we want to be in life in general. So, never do the business alone. And you have a team, you have that empire that you're building because it's gotta be part of, and that's why this is important, right? That's why this is important because you got to learn how to work together with people. You got to learn. I had to learn that. Listen, it's not easy being a New Yorker, a Puerto Rican Italian, where it's like, what'd you say?
That's quite a combination.
It's a hot combination. It's like my husband tells people, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. You don't want to deal with that hot mess, But no, it's a great opportunity when you have a team and you get the chance to learn from others and learn with the things that we don't know, because it can be work. But thank you for this awesome opportunity. Thank you for always entrusting me to share my thoughts and to know that I value, the knowledge that you have. It really makes life easier to deal with.
Oh, you're so awesome.
I appreciate it.
So awesome. All right. Anybody need any other links? Doris, there will be 2 Zoom calls that I will do that you can jump on that'll be recorded. Every day we will give you assignments. You have to jump into a thing called Experienceify. We will send you your magic link on that. And you'll just follow every day. You have to check off your boxes to get your points. And it's just going to be fun tips on building your social media engagement. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
When do you start signing up for that?
I'm sorry, one more time.
When do you start signing up for becoming a social media?
Today.
Okay.
Today. You can do it now, right this second. Yeah.
Because I want to do that. So do I just send you a message?
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I'll send you the link. So it'll
Let's
be
do it, guys. Let's do it together. I'm excited.
It'll be a blast.
I love to just sit through and listen to everyone.
You can definitely watch the replay on this for sure. But yeah, we're going to have so much fun, you guys. And really, like, get excited about building your business, okay? Because the sky is the limit. There are things you can learn that will make a huge difference. If you're feeling like you're beating your head against a wall, you found this training for a reason today, okay?
Amen.
You don't have to feel like that.
Stop asking and start doing. Don't get me going, guys. Don't get me started.
Amen.
Stop asking and start doing. What's in front of your face?
You're so funny. I love it. The links are in the comments, guys. Or if you have, let me pop this back up. If you commented #summer, you'll see a button that says programs. You can click on that. That's also in the messenger. Okay. So it's in all the places. All the places. Alrighty.
Awesome.
Okay. Love you, girl.
Thank you so very much for the invites. Thank you so much for believing in me and all of us. Yeah. So God bless you guys.
Amazing. Bye. Tell that hubby hi.
I will. I gotta go get the lab out of his crate because he's starting to bark.
Yep. All right. Bye, sweetie. Love you.
Sweetie. Thank you.
Bye, ladies. Please let me know if you need any links. The links are in the comments, Doris. You just have to scroll up and click on them. Or if you comment #summer, and here, I'll pop you down. Then you can go, miss. There you go. Comment #summer. You'll see a message come from Creative Success Systems, and then you click on program options. Yes, thank you. Bet, Miss Debbie. All right. Any other questions about links? All right, my friends. #summer. There you go. #summer. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Mwah. Love having you here. Remember, there's always someone ready to meet you. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.